Hello, you're watching World Talks on TVP World. My name is Sascha Fahrbach. Well, another overnight Russian attack has left parts of Kyiv dealing with fresh destruction and many dead. Ukraine says some of the war's most enduring damage may be the one that receives the least attention. Officials estimate environmental losses now exceed 137 billion euros, with recent reports of dozens of dead dolphins on the Black Sea coast and the continued impact of the Kakhovka Dam's destruction serving as reminders that the environmental toll is still growing. And joining us now is Sylwia Koch-Kopyszko, board member of the Ukrainian Association of Bioenergy and Electromobility. Good to have you with us. Welcome.
Hello, welcome to everybody. Yes.
So, with all the destruction we hear and unfortunately see every day, one of these elements now is the environmental impact of all this is ecocide. This includes also what we've found and recently been reported on with these dolphins that have been killed. First of all, tell us, what exactly should we understand under ecocide? How hard is that to prove? And tell us of the most recent case in the Black Sea with the deaths of the dolphins.
Yes, the reports from Ukraine are deeply concerning, of course, for us as climate experts. Finding that dolphins in a single month is certainly unusual and deserves a thorough scientific investigation, of course. At this stage, it is important to distinguish between observations and proven causes. Scientists like me have documented the deaths, but determining exactly why each dolphin died requires necrophysis toxicology analysis. So we are just during these facts. But of course, dolphins really they rely on sounds for virtually every aspects of their lives. So they use echolocations to navigate, hunt, communicate, and avoid danger. The Black Sea has experienced enormous increase in underwater noise since the full-scale invasions began. So naval vessels, military sonars, underwater explosions, we also see the same as a climate expert concern, the same in the Persian war, and of course there is also the same problem. Military activity may also contribute indirectly through pollution, damaged infrastructure, fuel leaks, explosions, and debris can introduce contaminants into coastal waters. And I believe that we love dolphins, and this is not only one mammal, this is not only one fish species, which is now under really big hard, because the war is not only affect us as people, but also affects our environment. We sometimes forget about it, and this is the situation where we are, of course, are fragile on situations with dolphins, but this is all affect the whole environment, and this is, of course, unfair also to our Mother Earth. But of course, we all believe that this will finish and our environment will come back to the normal. So this is something what we very strongly believe.
But as you said, come back to normal. It's still an ongoing war, and as you said, these are recent attacks. Also, I think some reports have said that there are many thousands of other just marine mammals around the Black Sea that have died and suffered. You mentioned environmental damage. Let's extend that a little bit further as well. The Nova Kakhovka Dam, it's 3 years now since that was destroyed by Russian forces. Tell us a bit about the environmental. There was the flooding, obviously, first, but now after 3 years, what kind of dangers do we have from that explosion 3 years on?
Yes, the damage is, of course, not the 1 second. Environment is usually happening during the long term. As you know, the weather condition is connected with all the flow of the air, the flow of water cycles. So we also believe that this kind of situation what we have also should affect also some kind of political concern, and also what we call, whenever the term ecocide applies in ultimately a legal and political question, this is what we have here. The accumulation of all this situation will affect our environment for many years. And I believe situation now with hot weather in Europe, what we have also with water circulation, it also affects the environment and our living so badly that we need to be prepared for the next coming couple of years with a strong situation in the climate change.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we mentioned ecocide as well. Again, this is something that currently is not recognized by international law. However, war crimes against civilians are. And I just want to get your sense as well, just as we've had these overnight attacks in Kyiv, some of the most devastating in the last few weeks. Many civilians targeted. I think right now the count is 13 have been killed so far. Hospitals, residential areas. Give us at least your take. I know the environment is one thing, but give us your take on these latest strikes across Kyiv.
This is enormous action. We believe, and of course we are strongly connected with our friends in Ukraine. They are also suffer so much damage, and this is not only the damage of the infrastructure. This is the damage of all their environment. The environment is totally broken. I told especially the term ecocide also because this is from the scientific perspective. The priority is to establish the causes through rigorous investigations and to assess the long-term ecological impact of the conflicts, especially on the ecosystems. So we know that people suffer, but also their ecosystem, their environmental, as I said, is totally broken. But I know the situation was also there. The Ukrainian military, they warn civilians. So at least what we heard from Ukraine, this is with lower damages, especially also for people suffering, than it could have happened. So I believe that this conflict will just be closer to the end, and this is also my big concern, that we will just coming back to the normal.
Yeah, and also at the same time, just the graph we're seeing right now quickly, Ukraine took this to COP30 in Brazil and made mention saying that they want to hold Russia accountable. I also want to ask you about the fiber optic cables that have also become a certain type of legacy now in terms of environmental damage. But generally, look, there's so much on the environment, but also civilians. We'll have to wrap it up there. But thanks for all those insights. Really important topic. Sylwia Koch-Kopyszko, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for your time.
And thank you for watching World Talks, but stay right here on TVP World for more news and commentary. Goodbye.